What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the TV Toycast YouTube channel. And today we are unboxing from Major and the Big Rubber Guys. It is the other half of the Rock and Roll Express. It is, of course, Robert Gibson. Very excited to get this one in the line. Very excited to get both members of the Rock and Roll Express. Of course, I unboxed the Big Rubber Guy, Ricky Morton, some time ago. So very cool to get Robert Gibson in the line. And also, too, this was a good signing because, as a lot of you know, they actually did a Ricky Morton Major Bendy way back when. And so people thought, well, that's definitely possible to get Ricky back for the Big Rubber Guys. And he may have already been under a deal. I don't know. But getting Robert Gibson signed definitely helped because, again, who doesn't love the Rock and Roll Express? This is definitely on everybody's wish list as far as tag teams are concerned. You got to have the Rock and Roll Express. I'm hoping at some point to unbox the Remco Powertown Rock and Roll Express. I guess we'll see what happens. It's not looking good right now, but, we'll see. But a huge fan of the Rock and Roll Express. I would love to get the Midnight Express at some point. Jim Cornette does not seem to be wanting to go that route, but man, that would be really cool if we got... Because they could do an entire wave. They could do Cornette, they could do Dennis Condrey, Bobby Eaton, and Stan Lane, all his Big Rubber Guys. They fit the era. In fact, there was actually talk of them going to the WWF back in '86, and man, it would have been awesome to get them as LJNs, of course, and now to get them 40 years later as Big Rubber Guys. It's bound to happen at some point. I know he likes working with Figures Toy Company, which I understand that, and I also understand loyalty to a company, but man, you got to venture out, and people want it, so let's make it happen. I hope it happens at some point. Of course, Robert Gibson in a different Rock and Roll Express shirt, which is kind of cool, but matching gear to Ricky Morton, and the other half of the NWA World Tag Team titles, which is really cool. He's got the Rock and Roll symbol, very cool, classic hair. Not a lot of Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson figures, as we know. Ricky Morton, oddly enough, was supposed to have a Galoob back in the day. I think Robert Gibson was hurt at the time, and Ricky kind of went on his own and actually became a heel for the first time ever, which was kind of wild to think. And that never happened. I think their first ever figures were the Jakks Classics. They had a 2-pack, and their hair got swapped. So it wasn't the best. And now we got the Powertown. We got these. They were supposed to be coming in Zombie Sailors Heels and Faces line. No updates there. Hopefully it happens at some point. We need more Rock and Roll Express figures. That's for sure. I would love to see them in the Matt Maniacs line. I think that'd be perfect for them. But again, we got him in Big Rubber Guys, so very, very cool. Of course, the roster for the Big Rubber Guys is just getting more and more massive. A lot of these have been unboxed on the channel. A lot of them still to come, so those will all be unboxed at some point, which I'm very excited about. I did pass on this Bloody Flair, but I'm glad I did because I got him, I think, in the blue gear, and he comes with a big gold belt, so I was okay with that. But again, I don't need every variant. That's one thing I've definitely decided. I don't need every single variant, but I would like one representation of each character. So that's something I'm trying to do because this like I said, this roster is getting very, very big, and we do have more Axe and Smash coming. I did order those just because I thought the sculpts were way better, but again, it's a lot. It's a lot to collect, and it's a lot to keep. And then of course with WWE also doing the LJNs now, it's going to get even bigger because they're going to be pumping those out, and I have a feeling those are going to be a bigger deal than maybe they even thought, and I could see those getting pumped out even more so. Time will tell, of course. Lots of cool figures, and a lot more is still to come from Major, which I think is awesome. We're going to open up this Robert Gibson here. No, but these are great. This is definitely becoming one of my favorite toy lines to collect here. And you guessed it, in the last video you saw that I was keeping basically the guts of this packaging. Man, they are in there good this time. For my good friend Travis Fowler, because he is going to get these signed and try to rebuy them. Because sometimes, when money's out there, and you're like, oh, I can make money off this, I'm going to, and then realize, I should have kept that. It happens to all of us. We've all been there and realized, oop, I should have kept that. But that's the nature of collecting. Hopefully he's able to find it, a new set of Rock and Roll after he gets that signed, because that'll be a good set to get. I would say he could get his Powertown figure signed, but don't see that one happening. Of course, there's Robert Gibson there. Really, really nice looking figure. Very stout, very thick. Definitely got the LJN feel to them. Maybe a little bit more tightness than normal. And that's really more in the legs. I think maybe because of the paint. The arms feel a little bit more LJN-esque. Of course, nice firm. I like it. Got the t-shirt cut in the back, which is nice. Different bandana. They easily could have done a similar mold here. I don't exactly know how that works because it's all one solid piece. I've heard they glue these together, but I don't see really, I mean, and maybe it's glued. It doesn't look like it is to me, though, I think. Well, maybe. Yep, maybe it is glued. I don't know. But all in all, these look great. Very, very cool. Of course, the NWA World Tag Team title. Like I said, the inclusion of a toy belt with these is awesome. And obviously, we know the WWF belts are probably a no-go for Major. But I do know that upcoming Hangman Adam Page Big Rubber guy includes the AEW World title. So that's kind of cool. But how cool is the fact that we're getting a Big Rubber Guy Sting, and they've already made a big gold belt, right? They have the Harley Race with the NWA title, and we have that Ric Flair, so you can put that on him. But again, also too, it's fun because the things you can do, you can put that NWA title with Macho Man Randy Savage, a title he didn't have, but how cool is that? You could put the TNA tag belts with the Hardy Boys. Also really fun. There's a lot you could do with these, and the Big Rubber guys and Major over there are really doing great work with them. And I absolutely love this line. So much fun. I hope the Big Rubber guys continue for a very long time to come. And it's kind of crazy to me because they started this company as Major Bendies. And those were great. They were a lot of fun. But I don't think they were nearly as popular as the Big Rubber guys have become. And I think this was supposed to be a subline of the Bendies. And it's kind of overtaken and become the top line. But smart on their part for recognizing that and pivoting and realizing, okay, more people want the Big Rubber guys than they want the Bendies. So definitely smart business. But Robert Gibson, like I said, not a lot of figures for these guys. The Power Town 2-pack from Remco will hopefully be in hand soon. I did order that entire set, so those will get unboxed here on the channel if they do come in. I think they will. I'm hoping they will. We'll see what happens. But I'd love to see more companies get a hold of the rock and roll because we need them. You know, we need them. We need the rock and roll figures. They're awesome. One of my all-time favorite tag teams and one of the greatest tag teams in the history of professional wrestling, especially in the 80s and 90s. So hopefully we can make it happen. But let me know in the comments down below if you're into the Big Rubber guys or the LJN style figures. Well, again, a lot of companies have tried this style, and a lot of them have not succeeded. As we do know, I think it was Chalkline maybe that tried that LJN line with the Young Bucks. That was not the greatest. It was a good try, but didn't really hit. Of course, Jazzwares tried some LJN style figures that didn't really hit either. But Major has seemingly found the formula, and they're making it happen, and I think it's great. But who else would you guys like to see in this line? There's a lot of talents out there that are signing with other companies. A team that's recently been signing with other companies is the Beverly Brothers. I think Beverly Brothers would be amazing Big Rubber guys, especially considering Major has already done the Genius, or they're in the process of doing the Genius. It was up for pre-order a couple of months ago, so I'm hoping that happens as well. I would love to see the Beverly Brothers. They've done a Major Bendy of Nails. How cool would that be to get a Nails Big Rubber guy? And if Mattel ever made a Big Boss Man, how cool would that be? And I think they will because they have him under a Legends deal. Like, why wouldn't they redo that original LJN Big Boss Man? I think it'd be awesome. There's so many possibilities with these. Easily one of the coolest lines going today. And I hope it continues for a long time to come. I have a feeling other companies are going to jump in. Like I mentioned this in the Ricky Morton video, I could see other companies jumping in and doing their version of Big Rubber guys or LJNs or Big Rubber figures, whatever you want to call them. But it'll be interesting to see what happens because I do think these are all the rage. And I think there's obviously other companies are diving into like the 6-inch Elite style scale. A lot of people doing retros. Again, that's why also I like Matt Maniacs. They're kind of doing their own thing, you know, like it's kind of fun, right? It's not what everybody else is doing, but again, time will tell with these figures as to what is going to be next. But of course, Bad News Allen was also in this pre-order. I got him to unbox. It should be coming up very soon, so very excited about that. But some really, really cool looking figures. But let me know in the comments down below if you're collecting these or you plan to at least collect the WWE Mattel LJNs. Again, a little bit of a cheaper price point should be available at Target starting this fall. I've got all of Series 1 pre-ordered and plan to order all of Series 2. In fact, I'm actually planning to be a Double Up Club member. That's right. That is the plan. I'm going to try to order or try to get 2 of each one, which I could see people being a triple up club member. Is that right? Because they're doing chases in the black cards. So I'm going to try to stay away from that and stick with the blue cards, but because that's a lot. Because I do want to unbox a set too, but that is a lot. And so we'll see what happens, of course. But I think, especially at least the Legends, like I could see down the road being like, okay, I don't really need a mint on card LJN Logan Paul, but Hogan, Warrior, Stone Cold, even Dusty, yeah, I'm gonna want to keep those. So again, time will tell on that, but I'm really excited about that. And I hope at some point they re-release the Sling 'em and Fling 'em ring, the LJN ring. I think that would be amazing. I'm not a big ring collector these days, but I think it'd be fun to get a ring again. And these guys would go great in that. So hopefully that happens. We will see. I guess time will tell. But of course, check out my other unboxings on the channel. I unbox a wide variety of cool stuff on the channel, from Big Rubber Guys to He-Man Masters of the Universe, including the Origins figures and the Masterverse figures. I unbox Simpsons, DC Multiverse, NECA Horror, Mattel WWE Elite, McFarlane Toys, Super Friends, even some stuff from Kenner like Total Justice and Starting Lineup, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So there's a little bit of something for everybody, which is my goal. I want it to be a very, very unique channel with a lot of different kind of stuff that everybody can enjoy. So if you're checking this out for the very first time, I do appreciate you checking it out, and hopefully check out some other videos. I think you'll enjoy those as well. Check out Tales of the Toy Box, dropping once a month. We have a different video doing a deep dive into a specific toy line from the past, which is always a lot of fun. And then, of course, What's on the Pegs is my weekly toy hunt videos. We drop those every Saturday. Check those out as well. And, of course, the TB Toycast podcast dropping every Thursday. We have a different main event covering a different classic toy line, as well as all the news and happenings in the toy world that particular week. So check that out. Me and Travis have been doing over 200 episodes now of that, and it's been a lot of fun. And getting bigger and better every single week. So check that out wherever you get your podcasts. But that's it. That's all I got. Thank you guys for checking out the TB Toycast YouTube channel. That is Robert Gibson of the Rock and Roll Express. And we will see you in the toy aisle.
Yeah. One more time. It ain't over till I say it's over. So lock the cage up, cause this is a takeover. The wait's over. If this the final time we meet, then you'll be on your back on my feet. Then I'll tip the cage over as a hangover. I'm super fly so I can splash off the top. And I can shut down the shot.